Hey guys, it is Thursday morning down here in the Dirty Thrift Dungeon, and just wanted to show you guys what we're shipping out today. But first, I wanted to show you this fresh 2600 Atari Vader style, and I'll throw a before picture up here, but it was such a pleasure to bring this thing back to its former glory. It is so fresh, so clean, ready to be listed on eBay. And so if you guys want to check out the link in the description that goes to our eBay page, you can be the owner of this exact Vader. First up on the chopping block is this indigo purple Nintendo GameCube. We got this in that big bulk buy from that former Goodwill employee. If you guys haven't checked out that episode, it is a good one. We got a ton of stuff for only $200, like a gross amount of stuff. We're still profiting off of the proceeds. Don't worry, guys, there's still a GameCube in our collection, but I just didn't have a good way to display the box, so that's why I decided to sell this one. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to keep this box because it's really cool, but we do have a GameCube still. Maybe we'll find a box for it in the future. It's actually a black one, but it sold for $155 with $19 in shipping. I should also mention really quick that this does not come with the manuals. It probably would have fetched a little bit more money if it was complete with the manuals. But it is what it is. It also doesn't have the thing inside that holds the console together, so we're gonna have to pack this really, really well. Put your packing paper all the way around here. Make sure to get the corners. Oh, wait, I missed that one. Okay, let me get this corner a little bit better. And then we're gonna put some on top, write a little thank you note, be good to go. Was this box probably overpacked? Yeah, but it gives me peace of mind, and for the person that is, you know, that this is going into their collection, it's going to give them the peace of mind as well, give them the best end product. Okay, next up is this vintage Marlboro windbreaker. It's actually really cool because when you open this, it actually kind of just envelops into itself, which is really neat because it makes it all contained into one thing. So if you want to carry it, you know, when you're not using it, you can with this nice strap and all that. But anyway, if you guys don't know, Marlboro stuff had these were basically redeemed from points back in the day by smoking packs of cigarettes. Really crazy times, but that's what this is from. We picked this up, I think, for $3 from a garage sale, and it sold for $30 with free shipping. We're probably just going to throw this in a couple polys and send it on its way. Up next is this transcription pedal. We got this out of the Goodwill bins, I believe. It does have a little weight to it. Let's actually find out what it's actually weighing at. Come on. It does have a little weight to it. It's 2 pounds, so not terrible, but we did sell it for $21 with $8 in shipping, so they should cover the majority of that shipping for a 2-pound item. If you guys don't know, this is a transcription pedal, which actually, when you're listening to audio, you can forward it, you can rewind the audio, or you can just play the audio by your foot when you're taking audio to text. And last on the docket today, I can't remember if we got this from the Goodwill bins or not. It's either it came from there or it came from Zesty, and Zesty was just like, yeah, I got this in passing and I don't really care for it. So either way, thank you to Zesty. This did come from her. I believe it did. So that means we have a whole whopping $0 into it, and it sold for $11.91 with free shipping. Not a ton of money, but hey, you know, thanks, Zesty. Thanks for buying me McDonald's lunch. What's up, y'all, and welcome to the flea market portion of today's video. We're going to actually do a little voiceover today, just trying a little bit something different, maybe just a little bit more chill for some of you guys, and also maybe not some more wonky audio. I hope everything sounds good. If you guys enjoyed the voiceover today, please let me know, and stay tuned for the goodies that we found today. It was actually a pretty eventful day as far as reselling stuff. We didn't get a lot of nerd stuff, but be sure to check it out, y'all. This Energizer Bunny caught my eye right off the bat when I walked into the flea market, and I wanted to check the tag to make sure that it was of the vintage that I thought it was, and unfortunately it was not from the 90s, so it was a catch and release. It'll definitely be cool in somebody's collection. And in the booth right next to that one, I found this Tommy sweatshirt, and I immediately went to check the tag to make sure that it looked vintage, which it did. It felt vintage, so it looked pretty good. But if you guys are like me and you go out thrifting and you get excited about an item for a really good price, you see it says $2, I kind of goofed up on this one and didn't notice the stain on the sleeve, but we're going to try to get it out. And I still think we're going to make probably, at least double our money on this at very minimum. I've really been gravitating a bit towards Olympic stuff lately, and this Dale Earnhardt NASCAR car, and the fact that this is also the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, I was like, what is more American than this? And yeah, so I went ahead, and the lady said that I could open it and check it out, but the price just was not there actually. This sort of random booth with some game stuff and some kind of toy related stuff. They did have a random lot of games, but when you go in and you see price stickers that are very obviously retail or above, it kind of demoralizes you a little bit. And they unfortunately didn't have anything that I would just pay outright for. If you guys have been watching the channel, I do collect Sega Genesis Complete in box stuff, so I decided to pass on this since they didn't have any. This person had a table full of $1 goodies, and of course that attracted my attention. I looked at those two Wilson golf ball sets on eBay, and they weren't going for very much, but the Top Flight stuff was actually going for a proper amount, so I decided to scoop those up. Not a ton of money, but it'll make us some bread and butter money, some 3 to 5. So I was immediately drawn into what I could tell were newer bats, and whenever you see newer bats, that usually means money, as long as they are certified correctly and all that. So I took out 3 bats that I thought were worth money, and I asked the person there how much, and he was giving me kind of high prices. I think he said maybe 15 or 20 a piece on those, and I decided to just bundle the 2 that I thought were worth the most money between the 3, and he agreed for 2 for 20, and I did really well on the Easton Salvo bat, which is listed currently for 125 on the eBay page. And if you guys don't know, you can go down in the links below and check out our eBay store, and if you guys would like to buy something that you see on the channel. But yeah, the Salvo bat ended up being the one that was the best out of the 3. It's around $100 to $125 bat. And the other Easton baseball bat that I got was not nearly as much. It'll probably be listed for about 15 to 25. When I walked up and saw a bunch of Wii Fit cases, I was having flashbacks to a really bad time at the thrift store where all there were just those there. But fortunately, these games were marked at $3 a piece, so I was like, why not? I could probably find a couple gems in here, and I did find Centipede and Gran Turismo 1 for PS1, and I always think PS1 is kind of a backup collection for me. I do collect some PS1 stuff because I heavily played that platform, but it's not super important. So that's kind of why I got both of those, and I snagged them both at a 2 for 5 deal. I think at $250, even though they're not very expensive games to begin with, it was still a good deal. When I walked up to this booth, I was not expecting to find a insane ton of Pokemon stuff. They did have like a couple cards that were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I was kind of, just reminiscing over. But they were like, yo, come check this out. And this person was showing me her entire Pokemon collection from years and years of collecting. And it was quite impressive. She had some graded stuff there, as you guys saw. And I, at this point, was like, did I bring enough money? Because this could be a huge buy, but I wanted to check out the cards in detail first. I guess, I've dealt with Pokemon stuff before. I'm not going to say that I am a expert by any means, but I can tell, when a card is pretty real, pretty genuine, should I say. But I also know when a card has been played with too much to decrease the value of the card. So that's kind of why I shied away. She did have two base set. They were, of course, shadowed, but two base set Charizards, which I have sold before in the past, and they were just too played with for me to see the value. She wanted 75 a piece on those. I still think maybe there was a little bit of money to be made on each of them, but I like to sell a quality product. And so if the quality was a little bit more there, I would have even felt more comfortable coming up on the price. But they were just played with too much, and I decided to pass on the Charizards. The rest of the stuff, there was probably some money left on the table. I think her prices were pretty accurate for what she was asking on the couple that I did ask about. But yeah, I'm sure someone came along and got some great cards for their own collection. Okay, so can you guys see the same imagery that I get in my head when I found this hat? But a person coming down off the mountains of Vale, and they've got like a bright neon ski jacket on, and they put on this hat afterwards with their sunglasses because the sun's shining so bright. And I was just like, man, this is really, really great. I thought that some of those other trucker hats probably carried some value. I probably left a little money on the table there, but I thought this Veil hat was just so good I had to have it. I want to mention that I found both of those items on a dollar table, and the Fram oil filter was for a bike, for a motorcycle, and had good comps on it as well. I immediately get hit with a $20 price on this anime figure, which I have no idea about, but I knew that it was probably in the area of the retail value of this figure, considering that it seems to be a lesser known name and all that. But I was kind of looking, and I was kind of seeing maybe if I could bundle in another figure that he had. He had some stuff that it intrigued me, but not a ton. We ended up, though, working out a deal for two, I believe, for $30, which wasn't too terrible. I think they both comped out, both at about 25 a piece, so not a ton of money, but still some solid money. And that's going to wrap it up, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Again, let me know if you guys liked the voiceover. I am totally down to do this more often. And please like and subscribe the video. We are working towards 1,000 subs. We'd really, really appreciate it if you help us get there. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see y'all later.